Hi, this is Phil, and I'm here to tell you all about the Capes and Lunatics Patreon. Get early access to all of our interviews, including the monthly Chichester chats with writer and comic book legend DG Chichester, new episodes of classic Capes and Lunatics shows, including The Quantum Zone, This, That, or the Third, and many, many more specials, all completely uncensored. Access starts for $3 a month, full video when you pledge $5 a month. Check out the link in our show notes or go to patreon.com/CapesandLunatics. Hope to see you there.
Guilty or innocent. Howdy, y'all!
At the end of this.
Hello, kids, and welcome back to another month of Energon Universe.
Sadly, again, we don't have any air guitar, but
I know.
Yeah.
I am Phil. Joining me, as always, let's get crazy with Justin the Owl.
That's right. We're gearing up the bio bomb.
Yeah, that's right. We're covering Volume 1 of G.I. Joe Real American Hero.
Yeah.
Which is the first 5 issues of the Larry Hama run from Image. So it's 30. It was originally 301 through 305. So if you have the floppies,
I wonder, because you read the IDW stuff leading up to this, right, Phil?
I got some of the stuff coming up to the end. Yeah. So I'm not like expert, but I did read some of that.
How much of a time gap was there between when that stuff ended and when this began?
300 and 301, you mean?
Yeah.
No time. That's literally where they ended it, where the plane's coming down like over the casino. That's literally where they ended 300.
Oh, I mean, like how many? Like how? Because IDW stopped it at some point. I just don't remember when.
Yeah,
and I don't remember when Image picked it up.
If
there was a gap of a few years.
Here,
or if it was a few months, or
keep track of this for me. I think it was
because that's a hell of a cliffhanger to leave it off on. I'm just wondering if people were like, "What the hell happened?"
All right, 300 went on sale November 23rd, 2022.
Oh, okay.
And then hold on, let me look up 3.
So that's not long then. All right.
I mean, yeah, I'm trying to remember.
It was like less than a year, right? Or maybe 2 years.
It was like all right. The 301 saying November 15th, 2023. So about a year, it looks
about a year. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was. I was curious how much time had passed in between the two series.
Yeah, most of that IDW stuff, the ones I did pick up, they were like back issues. So yeah, I wasn't sure how much time had passed.
And I'm sure there's collections of that IDW stuff available, right?
I think so.
We could go back and cover some of that at some point as well. I'd be interested to catch up and find out what happened before all of this stuff that we were going to cover tonight.
Like I said, I've read through some of it, so I have some answers if you have questions, but not all.
That's okay. Yeah. I kind of knew going into this that I was going to be like a little bit lost, a little bit not knowing what's going on, but it didn't hamper my enjoyment of this one bit.
Yeah, like we have new ninjas and stuff.
Yeah, and some other new characters I didn't know about, and
but yeah,
there it is.
Cover. Yeah, that was also the cover for 301, but yes, that's the cover to the Trait Kids.
Yeah. And I'll get my complaint right out of the way. I'm going to air this gripe every time that we do this. They didn't put the covers in this collection. Those gorgeous Andy Kubert covers. They've only got the one on the front, and they've got little snippets of them they've got something on the back, and they've got some stuff interspersed throughout. That's it.
Yeah.
And I don't understand it. I mean, for some of these, they only had 2 variant covers for each issue.
Yeah. I mean, this the first one, they had a lot, so.
Yeah, but some of them, they only had like 1 or 2 different variant covers. And like I said in the last episode, I don't ever expect them to reprint all of those covers.
Yeah, not all the variants and stuff, but yeah.
Because that would take a volume of itself to do just that feat. But I would like to see the individual covers, at least for the original issues, somewhere in the issue in the back or somewhere. Like, just It's Andy Kubert. I mean, my God.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. We want some more of that.
Yeah. But anyway, that's my complaint about that. I'm sure I'll bitch about it when we do Void Rivals and Transformers and all those trade paperbacks too, because I have no doubt this is the same case over there. We only get the cover on the front and the back, and that's it.
Yeah, because I mean that's the other thing. Yeah, I mean we want the covers, guys. Come on,
Mhm.
show these artists some love.
Yeah, absolutely. These are some gorgeous artwork. It needs to be represented.
Oh yeah, and yeah. I'm curious to see what Volume 2's cover. I haven't looked it up yet. The cover for Volume 2 because I think
that one's cool.
306, the next one. Yeah, be the first one to Volume 2. That's that Snake Eyes cover I showed you. Yeah,
Volume 2. Yeah.
yeah.
That's another Andy Kubert, I think.
That'll be in that second one. Yeah.
Yeah. And this collection had a variant cover as well, this trade paperback by I think it was by the regular artist Chris Mooneyham, which was, I think it was this image of Serpentor, if I remember right.
Yes, Serpentor Khan, because
Serpentor Khan, yeah,
he's basically the second one. Because again, they'll get into it in Volume 2, I guess. But yeah, the Cobra still has on ice that original Serpentor who was taken out at the end of the Cobra War back in like issue 76. Yeah,
76.
Larry,
when we're still in the double digits.
Larry playing the long game, man.
I love it. I just love it so much. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, but again, yeah, it opens up. It starts right where IDW left off.
Yeah, that is wild. That cliffhanger. People were waiting over a year to find out what happened. This crashing plane on Cobra Island. I just love it.
I do like that the companies could like play ball with each other, and it's just like, oh yeah, we'll just leave it the cliffhanger here, and the next company can pick it up. And
yeah, that's nice that there wasn't a big pissing contest about that.
I mean, I guess it probably helps that Larry's the writer the whole time, but
yeah, absolutely. They trust him to tell a good story, which he absolutely did here.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to say, I love this artist, Chris Mooneyham. Mm-hmm. Holy cow, just amazing.
Oh yeah,
I'm so impressed. This is the first time I've seen his work. I think I can't remember anything else that I might have seen his work in, but
I was gonna say I thought I saw him somewhere else, but it's not coming to me at the moment. But yeah, no, it's especially for like the subject matter, like once that bomb goes off, and oh yeah.
There were some parts of this story that I almost felt like I was reading kind of like one of the British comics, like ABC Warriors or Judge Dredd or something. That it kind of had the gritty kind of surrealistic feel to it, and some of the dialogue as well is just kind of off the wall and irreverent. I just love it. It took me back to when I was a kid reading these G.I. Joe comics by Larry Hama. Like some of the story beats were very similar to the old stuff from Marvel.
Oh yeah,
back in the day. It took me back to a special place. Yeah, I love this. It was great.
And how did you feel about Cobra had a casino on Cobra?
The casino on Cobra Island. Yeah,
I'm trying to remember.
I love that.
I'm trying to remember if they said something about like revenue coming in, but I think the main purpose was like, oh yeah, the Joes aren't going to do a frontal assault on us, but if we got a casino full of civilians every time.
Absolutely. That's perfect. That's a perfect defense. A bunch of innocent people in the casino.
I'm trying to remember if they actually had like they might have even had like some actual like Vipers and stuff like working in there and stuff.
Oh, like on the running the tables and stuff.
I think there were like actual dealers, but there was actually like Vipers and stuff walking around. Oh my lord.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. Oh, but so yeah. Again, they finally answered that cliffhanger where the Joe's plane is coming down. Yeah. And Wild Bill. Yes.
Yeah, he's been from the beginning.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. There were some other characters who were missing that I assumed were probably dead, or that were put out to pasture a while ago or something or other.
Yeah, I mean, there were. I'm trying to remember. I mean, I didn't, like I said, I didn't read most of that IDW stuff, but I think again, unless it's like Snake Eyes or something or the ninjas, I think Larry sometimes will use people, lay them down for a while, and then pick them back up years
Yeah,
later.
that's what I thought too. That maybe they were like doing some other mission somewhere else, some recon thing or whatever. But yeah,
Because
I was really happy with this team that was in this.
oh yeah,
Yeah, they picked the greats.
and then what did you think of like Dawn? Like we got new ninjas and
Yeah, Dawn. So she's like covert. So she's like supposed to be
she's basically like X-23. She's basically like Cobra was trying to create their own Snake Eyes and it's like
right.
teenage girl and like basically plug Snake Eyes' brain into her and stuff.
Okay, and her parents are
Yep.
Cobra.
Yeah, they live in Springfield, so
Yeah, and they cover for her because they know that she's a double agent,
hmm
and she's a Rashikaji as well.
I mean, like, yeah, I guess she basically got all that training blasted into her head. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, she was cool. And then I didn't know who this dude Wade was.
I think. Oh, they did explain
Talking
this
about
in here.
Sean's dad, Wade.
I
Like,
think. Yeah, I think Wade was originally with like Stalker and Snake Eyes and them back in the day. Like, God,
okay, yeah.
was that?
I
I
think
mean,
they kind of talk about that a little bit. Yeah, that he was
yeah, but then
with.
eventually he became. I think he became. Was he like the original Fred maybe or something? Like he.
Oh, really?
I,
Oh,
I thought they said something like that. Yeah, but eventually he like made his way into like the Cobra Vipers and stuff. Yeah, or the
oh.
Crimson Guardsmen or whatever. Yeah.
Okay, so was he like a double agent that was working his way up to?
Oh, I can't remember. But yeah, his son I think was another one that I don't know if it was Cobra or somebody was trying to make another Snake Eyes or whatever.
Yeah, they talk about that. Sean Collins, it says,
Mm-hmm.
codename
Oh,
Throwdown, adopted son of Wade Collins, taken under the Arashikaji clan's wing. He took on the mantle of Snake Eyes after his death to fool Cobra.
mm-hmm.
So he went by the Snake Eyes moniker for a while.
Yeah.
Sean
Because if you
Collins.
see,
Okay.
yeah, he's even like kind of dresses like Snake Eyes and stuff. Yeah. Because that's the thing. Snake Eyes died.
Yeah, right. I remember you told me that. And then they
Yeah.
cloned him, and then he could talk again, which we see here. And at first, when I was first reading this, and they're talking about Sean's dad, I was like, is that supposed to be Snake Eyes' real name? Sean? Like, is that who they're talking about? But then we see Snake Eyes later on with Scarlet, and he can talk. So, yeah.
Because that's the other thing. I think it was another Dr. Mindbender thing where it's like, yeah, Snake Eyes died, but eventually Cobra tried to clone Snake Eyes and use them for Cobra, but because they had like a copy of his mind when they put him in the brainwave scanner, which I think was like issue 20 or something. Like, holy crap.
Oh, really? Wow.
Larry, holy crap.
He's got notes for days, that man.
I know.
Holy God.
Here, so I'm going to reference something I wrote 40 years ago.
Yeah. Just let me dig out that notebook from the 85. Yeah, so they how many clones did they make of Snake Eyes? Do you
I
remember?
think that was the only one. I think.
Oh, really? Okay.
I'm trying to remember because I bought some of those IDW back issues and it really I think I only read them like once so far, but I think it was like there I forget who, but someone was just like, or some of those Cobras were just like, yeah, I don't know if we should be playing with this because or you really think you're gonna make like a Cobra version of Snake Eyes.
Yeah, it's not really the smartest idea that Cobra's ever had.
But also too, they also they recloned Serpentor Khan. So
Well, there you go. Yeah. Another in a long list of bad ideas.
yes, and he knows even more evil because he has that like Genghis Khan mustache.
Yeah, he's got his Ming the Merciless mustache now.
Exactly.
Yeah, and he's willing to turn this entire island and everyone on it into flesh-eating cannibalistic monsters.
Oh yeah, he does. Him, Dr. Mindbender, the Cobra forces they had there, the civilians
All
they
of them.
had in the casino. Yeah.
Yeah.
Almost
I love how
almost Cobra Commander until he turned around.
yeah. At the beginning of the second issue. There's like this panel of all this chaos, all these people in a mad frenzy attacking each other. And Serpentor Khan says, "Attention, I have an announcement to make that I think you would all benefit from hearing." And there's these two that are like grappling with each other and eating each other's faces. What? We're busy eating. And then there's this Cobra soldier in the background who's missing an arm. And he says, "Yeah, you ain't the boss of me no more."
I mean, you would think people would be more mad at Serpentor, be like, "I ain't listen to you. You turned me into a freaking zombie."
Yeah, right.
But I guess they're just like, "Hey, we're zombies. What else are we gonna do?"
Yeah. Well, what are we gonna do now? Yeah. And then there's this lady on a little motor scooter that raises her hand. "I have a question, Mr. Serpentor Khan. If you haven't noticed, we're stuck here on an island. There's no other source of human protein here other than ourselves." So this zombie lady in a scooter chair. So
I know. That's why he's like, "Yeah, we're gonna take over all of Cobra and we're gonna move to Springfield."
yes. And then I was introduced to these new antagonists, Revanche,
Yeah, I was kind of
who I
reading up
guess
on
are
them.
AI cyborg something or
Yeah,
others, right?
I wasn't too familiar with them. I was trying to do some homework today. Like, I don't know if they started as like a thing of Cobras or whatever. I don't know where they kind of began, but yeah, the description I saw is like they're kind of like an AI that's
Mhm.
basically almost like a Cobra. They're like, or more, even Mars. They're kind of like
Yeah.
it's like an AI and cyborgs who basically like a arms dealers now because.
Yeah, they're moving up in the world, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, at first I thought that maybe it was an invention of Destro of Mars, like one
Mhm.
of his people had developed it, one of his scientists,
I mean,
and
they
then it
might
went
have, but
rogue and did its own thing and took a
yeah,
bunch of bats with it.
yeah, because they were also in the IDW stuff. So.
Mhm. Yeah, I'm interested to read that now,
Mhm.
to piece all this together. Yeah, it'd be
So,
cool.
as another old school fan like myself, how do you feel about? Remember back in the day, it was pretty like. I mean, again, it's GI Joe, but it was a pretty grounded as like military and
Right.
arms
Yeah.
dealers and stuff. But now we have like zombies and AI
Yes.
cyborgs and stuff. So how do you feel? How do you feel about that?
It's quite a leap. Yeah, I definitely wasn't expecting that.
But I mean, I guess you got to
And
keep it fresh after 40
oh,
freaking years.
absolutely. I
Yeah.
mean, how boring would it be if we just had constantly had, okay, your GI Joe goes to Cobra Island and there's this big shootout and blah blah blah. Like, we don't want to see this. That's why Larry Hama's been able to do this for over 40 years, because he keeps changing it up and switching things up. And like, I bet that back when they were doing the whole clone thing with Snake Eyes, a lot of people were like, what? Like, I'm sure they weren't expecting that either.
Oh yeah, no.
So that's how you do it. You continually throw people these curveballs that they weren't expecting,
Oh yeah.
like the zombie island, like the cyborgs revenge, and these characters like Wade and Dawn and stuff. Yeah, I think it's great. I really do. Like I said, sometimes it reminded me of the British comics. It was so just off the wall and irreverent with some of the dialogue and some of the choices. um, there was there's a panel later on when one of the ninjas, the blue cyborg ninjas, takes on one of the altered cannibal creatures from
Oh yeah.
the island, and takes the sword to it and slices it up a bit and says something about, "I have other appendages to use."
Mm.
I'm just thinking, oh my god, I can't believe this is a GI Joe book. But then you have another great scene, which is totally GI Joe, that happens later on towards the end, where they're reviewing one of the android bodies back in the pit,
Oh
and,
yeah.
and suddenly the hand comes to life and attacks somebody, and she throws it, and Stalker shoots it immediately as soon as it's out of range of her. And he says, "You got any more of those? Chuck them down range and step out of the line of fire." I
Yeah.
loved it. It was fantastic. Stalker, man, he's one of my
Oh
favorites.
yeah. Oh yeah,
Love it.
I did forget about this. This was from the IDW stuff. I don't know if it was some or all of the like casino dealers were like modified bats.
No, that makes sense.
Yeah,
Yeah,
little
you
human. Yeah,
can't bribe them. Yeah,
no.
you can't bribe a bat. See, I thought that the bats would all be under the employ of Revanche because they're all,
Mhm.
androids, basically robots or whatever.
I'm trying to remember. I'm trying to like that IDW stuff. Like Revanche might have been able to like hack into the bats to like see through them at least.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Yeah.
it seems like they've got eyes everywhere. They can see
Mhm.
everything.
Oh man, I wish Russell was here. So we got the return of Spirit. I think it's been a while since.
Yes, yeah. Spirit had some great moments in this.
Yeah.
Standing sentinel over the pit.
Yeah. Basically running the security system. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that was great.
So like when those Vipers try to like infiltrate the pit.
Yeah.
It has to be
Don't
under
do
this
so.
rug. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that makes sense. A Native American rug. Yeah. If you see that rug, just go the other way. If you know what's good for you.
I mean, I know they were modified and stuff, but I'm like, really going to send like 3 guys into the pit where basically the majority of GI Joe's probably at?
Exactly. Yeah. You know that at least there's a dozen of them somewhere down there waiting for you. And we got this was the thing that made me the most happy was Timber.
Yes.
During the Scarlet and Snake Eyes moment in the Sierras when they're chilling in their cabin.
Mhm.
Suddenly, Timber comes bringing a little puppy. I thought, oh my god, I love it. That's fantastic.
Exactly.
Oh, it's the best.
And again, we don't get a ton of him this time, but we will get definitely more of him next time. Destro, your buddy Destro.
Oh yes, rocking the silver masks again.
Yep.
Last time I saw him was when I was reading the '90s comics where I left off.
He's wearing the gold.
He was wearing the gold mask. It was in the mid-90s.
Yeah,
So
the
he was
cape
still
and stuff.
rocking that gold mask with the cape, which is still my favorite look for him. Like, admittedly, like that's my favorite. But I still have a fondness for the classic, obviously. Yeah. I'm glad that he's still with Baroness. There's still a force to be reckoned with here. I'm sure we will. In fact, I remember, I don't know which collection or issue it is. It's something fairly recent. I think that you mentioned it also recently that Destro and was it Cobra Commander or Serpentor were duking it out on the cover.
Well, there was that's one of the more current issues. Yeah, it's it was Destro and Cobra Commander duking it
Cobra
out.
Commander. Okay. Yeah. They're back at it. Back at each other's throats again.
Oh yeah, I mean, even though he switched back to that silver helmet, yeah, he's still not working with Cobra.
Yeah.
Oh my god, what's that one scene when remember when Cobra Commander's like addressing everybody in Springfield, it's Springfield.
Oh yes,
he's getting spied on. Oh my god, the best line ever when he's talking like about Serpentor and Dr. Mindbender.
Tooth puller.
Yes, so the best line because literally, didn't they say with Dr. Mindbender's like formerly like an orthodontist or something?
Yeah, something like that.
There's like an evil mad scientist, but he used to be like an orthodontist or something.
Yeah. A vile usurper and a traitorous tooth yanker are conspiring with the depraved, weaponized AI hive mind to engineer our downfall. That's what I'm talking about. This dialogue is sublime. I love it.
And that's coming from again, this is Larry's version. So Cobra Commander's like a former pyramid schemer, used car salesman.
Yes, used car salesman. It's the best.
No Cobra Law.
I love how he goes, 2/3 will have false plans until the first shots are fired. This way, the odds of interception by the foe will be lessened considerably.
Yep.
Yeah, give fake plans to 2/3 of your group. That'll work. Yeah, great.
Hey man, volume two. A lot of stuff's going to be going down in Springfield. It's gonna be the majority of the story is gonna be in Springfield.
Okay.
So, yeah. That's another thing, man. Springfield's been here since like
since
the first year or so of the ball. Yeah.
40 years ago.
So, I mean, at this point, again, it's over 40 years. I'm assuming Larry's going to do this for the rest of his life. I'm assuming.
Yeah, I hope so. Because he hasn't lost a single bit of it. It's still the old same magic that it's always been.
Well, again, keeps adding new stuff.
And adding new stuff. And he's paired with this phenomenal artist. And I understand that Chris Mooniam doesn't stick around forever, but I think that if I remember right, didn't you say that Paul Pelletier takes over?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, which, my God, talk about a feast of riches. Going from that artist to Paul Pelletier, it's great. Oh, my God, I'm so excited. Yeah, I love it. I can't say enough good things about this. I mean, I'm obviously a little bit confused, but it gives me an incentive to actually hunt down the IDW collections and read some of the other Larry Hama stuff that came in between the Marvel years and this. One of my goals is to have the whole thing. Like
all of
it, because they just started releasing those compendiums, I think, last year of the collections of the early Marvel stuff from the beginning. And if those IDW collections are easy enough to find and all that, then yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and some of that IDW stuff you might be able to well, I don't know if anyone does a dollar bin anymore, but like a back issue bin, yeah, you might be able to find some of those for like a couple price or less. Yeah. Because I know, like, especially the ones leading up to 300, I was able to find some of those.
Oh yeah, you found them at the comic shop.
Yeah,
nice. Yeah,
but yeah, this run is great. Again, wait till you get to this. Wait till we get to volume 2, man. Springfield, that's gonna be nuts.
Oh yeah, I can't wait because that just came out. Actually, that came out I think last month.
Yeah, it had to have. Yeah,
I will be. Yeah, so I'll be ordering that soon, and yeah, we'll be covering that at some point this year in the months ahead.
Oh,
yeah.
And again, I like that they're actually like, with everything else connected to the Energon Universe, they're not like, just like giving Larry, they're not like hindering Larry. I mean, again, he's getting great artists and, he's still getting to tell the story he wants to tell. And
yeah, they're not like, oh, you can't use this person or
this is an Energon Universe. We don't want to confuse stuff. Yeah, no.
Yeah, right. You can't use this concept. You can't use that. Yeah, they're just letting him do his thing. It's wonderful. It's wonderful. It's what you should do with a writer of his caliber. Just let him do his thing. Don't worry about it.
I mean, I guess a lot of that has to do with, we're not beholden to a giant corporate entity like the big two.
Right. Yeah, that helps. Yeah, imagine that. Imagine if Marvel did something like this, where you had a property and 2 different writers doing it, 2 different timelines, 2 different continuities, and didn't distinguish that one was like an Ultimates or whatever. Oh, how are people gonna know the difference? Because people can read, because people can see that there's different people writing it and all that other stuff. Give
exactly,
credit,
like Dukes in both, Stalkers in both.
Yeah,
yeah.
We're not all stupid.
But yeah, they should have reprinted those covers. Look at that cover to 305. Look at that.
I know. Well, that's on the back.
Oh, is it?
Hopefully that image is on the back. But yeah, like I said, it's just that on the back
and the first one,
the regular on the regular cover to the first issue on the cover, the front cover, and that's it. That's just.
I mean, to console you, those are probably the best covers out of them. But
yeah.
But again, they're all good. I mean, look at that Serpentor.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, they got a snippet of that image inside, like in the. I think it's the table of contents. They've got that, like in the background.
We've got a Dawn one with the.
Yeah, I don't see that anywhere in that collection. That's a great cover.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And then
like I said, I don't expect that they're going to reprint all of them.
No, not at all.
Just give me those regular ones.
Yeah.
That's all I'm asking for. Yeah.
Again, five issues. Again, if you put them back, back in front of the page, I mean, it's only going to take up like 3.5 pages. It's not
right. And then you could put an ad on the back of the other one, make it an even 4.
Yeah. Check out volume 2 coming whenever.
Exactly. Yeah. That's not too much to ask.
No.
No.
Again,
get it together, Image. Do it right.
Yeah, give some love to your artists. Yeah.
Yeah, these cover artists, I mean, they do amazing work. It should be represented. I wonder if it's just because they want people to buy the floppies. And I understand
Maybe.
that
Or
logic.
both, it's like, oh, you want the covers, you gotta buy the floppies.
Right. Yeah. I understand that logic too, but that's kind of what the variants are for. You get the people that buy the floppies that are interested in something different, something more of a limited edition nature. You get those collectors out there. I get it. I certainly have my fair share of variant covers too. I'm a sucker when it comes to my Moon Knight variant covers. I'll tell you that. I've got an obscene amount of those in the last couple of years.
Well, he's a sucker for that.
Yeah, well, that too. Yeah, that too.
Well, and again, I mean, most of us love our variant covers.
I don't get variant covers.
Ah.
But you know what I was thinking? You know what I was thinking? Someone needs to do some homework on this. Over the years, from issue 1 to now, how many different artists has Larry worked with just on G.I. Joe?
Oh man, that's a good question. Yeah,
I mean,
it's got to be dozens,
double digits. Yeah.
I bet it's double. It's got to be.
Could it be in the 20s? Like he's worked with 20 some different artists.
It's got to be. It's over the course of 40 some odd years. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you've got to figure most of these artists didn't stay on for more than a year or two, maybe.
Oh yeah, right. Like even if you just got like a fill-in artist or something. Yeah.
I mean, when I was collecting it pretty regularly in the early 90s, I remember there were a couple of artists that stayed on pretty regularly. But I don't know about after that.
Yeah, if anyone knows, let us know, because that's got to be a huge number. Yeah. God, I want to talk to Larry. Larry, get in here and talk.
I know. Yes, I'd love to speak with him. Absolutely.
I just want to be like, man, what have you learned, or what's your outlook? Has it changed on G.I. Joe? After writing it for 40 years, 40.
Yeah. Oh, and also about Larry Hama, me and Russell over on Gamma Charge. We do on our Patreon tiers. We do there's a certain paying tier on our Patreon where you get bonus episodes every month. Ooh. And we've been covering one of DC's versions of the Hulk, which is called Damage from 2018. And the last issue that we covered actually had breakdowns by Larry Hama.
Mm.
I was so surprised. I was like, wow, really? That's completely out of left field. That's great.
Yeah,
but it was awesome. Yeah, it was so cool.
Yeah, because that's the other thing. It's not like this is the only book he worked on for the last 40 years. I mean, he did others. I mean, he had a big run on Wolverine back in
that's right. Yeah.
I
think he did Punisher. Was it Punisher War Journal? And one of those other Punisher ones. Yeah.
I know when Lilith and I were doing all those Venom miniseries from the 90s, he wrote one of those Venom miniseries.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Like the Lethal Protector ones?
Not Lethal Protector. I forget which one it was. Was it?
But it was around that time.
It was one of those 90s ones. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Again, it was only like 3-4 issues, but still, it's not, again, 40 years on GI every month, pretty much. 40 years on GI, and then others too, because didn't he had a pretty nice run on Wolverine too, I think.
I think he did. Yeah, I don't know how many years, but it was quite a while. Yeah.
Oh yeah, because I know when we because DG Chichester had like a 2-issue fill-in, I think, in the middle of Larry Hama's run. He's like, oh yeah, Larry was he was the Wolverine guy back then.
Oh yeah. In the 80s, yeah.
Ladies, might be early 90s too. Yeah. That's probably it. But nothing's gonna surpass that G.I. Joe run.
I know. It's legendary. It's got to be like a record of some sort.
Especially for something that's not creator owned, that's like 300 some issues on something you didn't create, that's not your intellectual property. Yeah, he's definitely gonna have the record for that.
Oh, and he wrote Avengers 326 through 333. Do you remember that?
Yeah, yeah,
That
yeah,
was
yeah.
the Tetrarchs of Entropy, that
Yes.
story?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that was some good. Oh, yeah, we're gonna cover that on Marvel.
Yeah. Was that? I was gonna say, was that Larry? I thought that was somebody else, but yeah, no.
I think that was him. Yeah, I think
Huh.
if that's the story I'm thinking about. Yeah, oh, that was great stuff.
Oh yeah, I'm sure he was all over the place. Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to remember. I know he was a writer. Was he an editor at all?
Um, no.
Hmm.
Oh, yes, he was an editor. Well, what's
I
it
wouldn't
say
be
here?
surprised.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
writer and editor. Yes, he
Mhm.
was. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Avengers 326. I just looked it up. Larry Hama, writer. Oh, Larry Hama, writer, penciler, Paul Ryan.
Yes, Paul Ryan and
Yeah.
inker Tom Palmer.
Yeah.
Guess what he was editor of? I just looked it up.
Uh-oh.
Peter Porker, the Spectacular Spider-Ham. I love it. Yes, we've got to talk to Larry Hama, especially about that. Yeah,
Exactly.
Wolverine. He wrote. Oh my God, so much.
Oh my God. Yeah, Larry. Oh God, Larry, you need to schedule like 2
Issues
interviews.
60 through 109.
He would be one of those guys where it's like it's one of those interviews where you get an hour and it's just like, where do I start talking
Where
to
do you
this guy?
begin?
How long do I stay
Like we
on one
were with Tom
topic?
DeFalco. Like,
Oh
where do
yeah.
you begin? They've just written so much stuff, and they have such a vast knowledge of these characters, and yeah, my God.
He's like another JMD Mateus where it's like, you make like a list of like at least like 5 or 6 things to talk to him about. Then he mentions something else. You're like, oh yeah, you wrote that too.
You write that
Oh, you
too.
wrote
Yeah,
that
yeah,
too. Yeah.
yeah. Well, he wrote Generation X for a while and
Mm.
Elektra.
Oh yeah, man.
That's great. Wow.
He's got to be another one of those guys. He probably, even if they were just like a guest star or something, he's probably written most of the Marvel universe and
Hmm.
stuff. And,
He's written some Batman as well. Wow,
oh,
that's cool.
there's a feather in your cap. Yeah.
Yeah, there you
Batman.
go.
My favorite character.
Some Conan the Barbarian. Wow, he's written all kinds of stuff. I love that.
Oh,
And,
baby.
yeah, so much Venom. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. 7, 8. There's like 9 different Venom miniseries
I
that
know.
he's written. That's incredible. You could do a whole couple of years on the Spider Cast of just Larry Hama Venom stories.
I know. or an X-Men Classics. I mean, we could spend an entire year probably just on his Wolverine run.
Oh, totally. Oh my God. Yes, issues 60 through 109 plus a whole bunch of other stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Incredible. What a career. What a career. And I'm still so amazed that he's, like I said, with this,
Mm-hmm.
that he was able to surprise me so vividly like this with the zombie stuff, with these robot ninjas, with these new characters and things, and seeing the new Timber puppy and like all these callbacks to the past that like instantly brought me back to the old stuff from Marvel. Like I thought it was so great.
Again, that's how I tell when I love someone's stuff. And again, I'm still loving Larry stuff because I'm like, okay, what's the cheapest, easiest, best way I can get like all the back issues that I missed stuff? And I don't care if it's in trades. I don't care if it's what I want, like every issue, and I want to reread from one to here.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm gonna make that one of my goals is to get this entire Larry Hama series
of
G.I. Joe from beginning to end. I want all of it.
Oh my God, there was I saw a picture on the internet. Some guy like had a full a complete wall in his house that was covered in G.I. Joe issues.
The individual issues. Yeah, you showed me that. Yeah,
the entire wall was covered, but I think it was only the Marvel run, which was 155. It was only like half of the run.
Oh wow!
It's only half of what Larry did. I'm like,
wow,
yeah.
That's incredible.
So I mean, he had rows. It wasn't just like, oh yeah, just stuck.
Yeah.
Rows. Yeah. Might have been
an entire wall.
Might have been more than one, even. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my Lord. But yeah, Russell, if you're not reading this, you need to read this. There's some good Cobra Commander.
I was telling him that
Standing at the podium addressing the troops.
Yes, and just the zombie stuff, like the cannibal monster stuff, like just the irreverent, like almost horror stuff that I wasn't expecting with the blue ninjas and all that. I think he would just love
the zombies and stuff. Yeah, this would be up
the cyborgs,
Russell's alley. Yeah,
totally. Yeah. At some point, I have a feeling at some point he'll read that and get caught up in.
Yeah,
it would be cool. We will do another episode and get his thoughts on what he thinks of it.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Oh my lord! I mean, I love Cobra Lawn stuff, but I love Larry's Cobra Commander. You know, the used car salesman.
Yes.
Yeah, no.
It's perfect for Cobra Commander. Like, I mean, we can say that like the animated stuff is like it's alternate universe version of G.I. Joe. Like it's its own thing with Cobra Law and all that. And then this is like almost kind of like if it really happened in the real world. Because I could totally understand looking at Cobra Commander and be like, yeah, that dude was a used car salesman at some point in his life. Oh yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, he has some good moments in volume 2 coming up here. Yeah, during the whole Springfield stuff, there's some good. Again, we get him out of the suit too. We see him, with that mustache and
Oh, okay. Still rocking the mustache too.
Yeah, remember back in the day,
yes.
the Marvel stuff. Yeah, oh yeah, he's still rocking that look. Yeah,
the mustache, and he had like one of those. I think it was like a French beret hat. With those big sunglasses.
I'm trying to remember. He's still rocking the glasses. I can't remember if he's still rocking the beret or not. But yeah, he's
oh, it's so good.
Used car salesman, that mustache. Oh. But again, I mean, maybe it's just nostalgia talking, but again, 40 years and Larry still is like keeping us entertained with this stuff.
Yeah. Very much entertained. Yeah, I read this twice actually. I read this after I got this last month, and I reread it again this past weekend. And both times I was thoroughly entertained. And there are a couple of things that I missed the first time that I read it that I was happy I caught the second time around. But yeah, I can't say enough good things about this, and especially the artist, Chris Mooniam. What a talent! What an absolute talent! I'd be interested to see what he did after this and kind of follow him around and see. Hopefully, he's still paired up with another talented writer like Larry on his current projects.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because he's definitely got to. He's going good places. I can see it with a career with a talent like that.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Pretty sure I know the year, but yeah, I was gonna say the original issue 1 was 1982.
Oh my word! Wow,
1982.
That's incredible.
My God, I was 4 years old.
Yeah.
Oh my Lord.
Yeah. I wasn't that much older than you.
Oh,
yeah.
Lord. Yeah, no wonder I didn't pick up issue 1. Kids, yeah, it makes sense, kids. I'm in my 40s, so. Oh, good God. My birthday's coming up. Oh
yeah, that's true. Coming up in another month.
I don't want to age.
2. Yeah.
Oh my God. The other day I was looking in the mirror while I was changing. I had gray hair in my chest hair. I'm like, oh God.
Oh yes.
Oh God. Yeah. I'm like, I know it's gray on top on the sides here, but oh God.
It's when it starts getting gray below the belt. That's
yeah. No, not yet.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
Welcome to Pube Talk, kids.
That's right. Taint Talk.
Wait, Ray's not here.
We've got to save that for the Spider Cast. Taint.
Oh my.
Taint.
That's right, kids. Ray plays games on YouTube. Watch him play with his deck.
Yeah, absolutely.
Strongest wrists down under.
Absolutely. Always a good time over there.
Sure, pro though, Ray, every time.
Yeah.
Strongest wrists down under.
Oh, me and Lilith were laughing because I think it was Thursday night we were recording, and then like 5 minutes after we were done, a new Ray Plays Games hit YouTube. I got a notification.
Oh,
Ray Plays.
really?
I was like, I think we were just talking about it. That's the first time she heard the drops. Yeah, because the night after I let you hear him the first time, that's when she heard him the next night. Yeah, like 5 minutes after we're done, Ray Plays Games. Jeez.
That's great.
And I think it's quite ironic that, yes, kids, tomorrow, well, you'll hear it later, but when we record Electric Mullet tomorrow, me and Tyler, I'm trying to get Lilith in here, we're doing the Dark Knight over Metropolis.
Right,
guest star Batman.
Mm-hmm.
Ironic, we're recording that on Ray's birthday.
Oh, wow.
Tomorrow's Ray's birthday.
That's right. Okay.
February 3rd, kids.
I love it.
So yes, go online and tell
yes, wish him
happy birthday, Deck Master.
Yes.
And kids, if you're looking for presents, Ray can't have enough decks, so
yes,
send him decks for his birthday.
Piles and piles of decks.
Remind me when we record Spidercast next. I'll be like, so Ray, would you like people to send you pictures of the decks? Some deck pics. Deck pics.
Oh baby.
Oh baby.
It sounds kind of dirty if you play it like over and over.
Oh baby. Oh baby. Oh baby. Oh baby. Oh baby. Oh baby.
Capes and Lunatics After Dark.
Oh, that's it. Oh, did you listen to that after January's Patreon?
I did. I listened to that this morning.
Oh my! So Dr. Hellfire.
Yes, that's fantastic.
I'm gonna call her the minute that happens, man. I'm gonna be like, yeah, it's not gonna be Dr. Hellfire from now on.
Esquire.
I'll be like, yes. What were your thoughts, Dr. Hellfire? God, if Lilith Hellfire, if the name Lilith Hellfire didn't sound evil, it's not be Doctor, now she's gonna be like Dr. Doom and Dr.
I love it.
Yes,
I love it with an army of robots, no less,
or big titty goth girls. See how things just spiral out of control when you mention Ray.
Tight.
All right, should we get out of here?
Yes, I think we did a good job covering this. Everybody that's listening to this, especially if you read the old stuff in Marvel, if you haven't read this yet, do yourself a favor and pick this up because it's so good. It'll bring, like I mentioned before, it'll bring you back to those great days when you were a kid reading the Larry Hama comics over at Marvel of G.I. Joe and just relishing in all of it. I can't say enough good things about it. I think it's wonderful.
And again, to beat that dead horse, it's like, of course, if you love that old stuff, you're gonna love this because it's the same damn guy writing it.
It's the same guy, and I mean, it's another talented artist. It's a great team of creators that have put this together. It's a wild story, and I can't wait to see where it's going to go from here.
You know what else would be like fascinating trivia? It's like, are there any artists who work with Larry on G.I. Joe who were like early in their career when they started G.I. Joe and have already retired now?
Yeah, I know. In 45 years. Yeah.
Again, Larry, we need to talk.
Yes, I agree. 100%. That needs to happen.
Again, Larry, no bad vibes, man. We're just coming so we can kiss your butt for your big, huge body of work. Yes.
It'll be tough just to pin it down to one subject, but we could try.
And I think he was in the military too, because again, like even back then and even now, like he knows like all the like lingo and all the military lingo and stuff. Yeah.
I was most impressed by that reading back in the day. Like he knew all the different vernacular and lingo and stuff. And yeah, I kind of think that he did serve at some point in the military.
I'm pretty sure. But yeah, I'm sure, like, all active or former military love it too, because
Yeah, he was in the army.
yeah.
He served from 69 to 71, I guess.
Mm.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, during the Vietnam War. Okay, he's a
Yeah,
Vietnam vet.
71.
Okay, yeah, all right.
Vietnam, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, when he edited that Marvel series, The Nam, from 86 to 93.
More core, yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Okay, that's cool. I didn't know that. Yeah, I had a feeling he had some type of firsthand knowledge. Yeah, that's cool.
Oh yeah, I thought I remembered this, and it wasn't like, if, as Lilith calls it, a fever dream. He was on an episode of MASH.
Was he really?
Yeah,
Oh wow, that's cool.
he plays a North Korean. Yeah,
That's really cool.
so yes, I mean he loves the military stuff. Yeah,
Wow. What a life. Yeah, I would love to talk to him about some of this stuff.
he's written all these comics. He was on a TV show.
Yeah. That's great.
He's one of those annoying people who could just do anything.
They can do it all. Whatever they set their mind to, they can just do it.
Exactly. Like, again, a lot of people good at one thing, and then they get
Right.
who like excel at whatever they try to do.
Yeah. It says here he's a musician too. He can do it all.
Good for you, sir.
Yeah, I love that. That's wonderful. Yeah, that's wonderful.
All right, so next time when we come back in a month, kids, we're going to cover Volume 2, the Transformers Volume 2.
Yes, which I think the last time that we were discussing that series, we left off with what, issue 11?
Maybe,
Was
yeah.
that?
But yeah, but Volume 2 will cover 7 through 12. So
yes, so
yeah.
we'll talk about the whole thing as a whole. And
we gonna get some Russell in here for that.
Hopefully we'll get Russell back. Yeah.
Yeah.
Discuss that and get some air guitar and
I spend too much money on tobacco and Mountain Dew.
Get caught up on some Transformers.
Yes. And then and then in April, yes, we'll do Void Rivals Volume 2, which will also cover 7 through 12.
Getting caught up on them as well.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, lots more. A lot of people are showing up in Void Rivals, kids.
Yeah, I've heard that things are popping off over there.
Certain Transformers, certain Cobra Law
people. Yeah.
And still the main story's going on. So yeah, there's a lot going on in Void Rivals.
I love it. I love it.
No, you don't love it.
I love it.
Yes.
All right. The Owls review. All right. So send us your thoughts on again this volume of G.I. Joe, any of Larry's G.I. Joe stuff. Again, we're huge fans of the old stuff. So send us your thoughts on any of it.
Yep, we'll read it.
Because again, a lot of people are probably discovering it for the first time thanks to those omnibuses and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely.
So send us your thoughts on the old stuff.
Yeah.
All right, CapesandLunatics @gmail.com or call the voicemail 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And remember, you can find any of our episodes from the beginning of time through at CapesLunatics.wordpress.com. Help support us by buying merch at TeePublic and Spring websites. And again, scarier than any Serpentor Con or hooded used car salesman Lilith Hellfire demands that you rain random money on us through the Cash App link.
Make it rain.
She says gentle suggestion. I say yes with a baseball bat. Capes and Lunatics on Cash App, and of course the Patreon, where again Lilith and I give you something exclusive and uncensored every month. And if you are a subscriber like Justin here,
that's right.
in the elite, you can suggest topics for us to talk about. Although, I guess every February now, we've started a new tradition where we're going to review the AVN Awards every February now.
Yes. No, I'm 100% behind that tradition.
Because this will be the second year. So, yes, I believe this is going to be an ongoing tradition.
Yes, I like that idea.
Well, you know, I like to hit a lot of Little Hellfire's interests. So. All right. So subscribe to the Patreon, patreon.com/CapesandLunatics.
More vicious and brutal than ever.
All right. Now for this Justin the Owl. Of course, you can hear him here once a month on Energon Universe. You can hear him once a month on One World Under Doom.
That's right.
You can hear him once a month on Ultimate Spider Cast, talking Scarlet Spider slingers with me and the aforementioned Hard Master, Deck Master, Ray.
Strongest wrists down under.
And of course, you're going to catch him once a week on Marvel Tales or X-Men Classics, sometimes both.
Sometimes both.
Here, because yes, you're getting at least 3 Marvel Tales a month now, and like 2 X-Men Classics. Sometimes it'll be a little more of one or the other, just because of crossovers and stuff. But we'll be here every week with something Marvel for you. So check those out. And then over on Capes and Lunatic Sidekicks, you can catch him at least once a month on We Are the Night,
the Batman podcast, and Azrael.
Yes, talking Azrael, and then Justin will stop by sometimes with me and Lilith to talk some Catwoman or Anarchy,
Killer Moth.
Yeah, he's got
Cassandra Cain.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you can catch him every so often on Electric Mullet, the Superman podcast. Going through Superman in order here.
Yes, it may make an appearance this month talking about that World's Finest.
Oh, nice. Yes.
I still haven't read that, and I'm interested in that. So,
yeah, kids. Yeah, lots of Batman on our Electric Mullet this month. So. You're welcome, Ray.
Batman, my favorite character.
And, of course, you think that's enough podcasting for any human being, but not so for an owl. So, Justin, tell them where they can find you on these shows.
Every month, you can find me over at Gamma Charge with Russell, talking about the Immortal Hulk or the Sensational She-Hulk. We're covering both series right now. And like I mentioned earlier, we have some paying tiers for our Patreons that get bonus episodes where you can hear about DC's version of the Hulk, or one of them, rather. They've done quite a few. Then over at Predator and Prey, the Yautja podcast, we're joined by, again, the aforementioned Ray, the deck master himself, and the Hodmaster, and Sparky, to talk about some classic Dark Horse comics, which feature Fox's Predator. And then my solo show, The Lost Library of Legends. I am doing a multiple-part retrospective on a 90s series from the Malibu Ultraverse.
We're going back to the 90s here, bitch.
All the way back.
Biscuits for me. Handful of this.
And since we're here,
Cobra, la 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 la.
Yes.
And again, that volume 2, when we get back to this, the Real American Hero, I guess Justin's going to call that
One Way Trip to Biscuit Town.
Ooh, nice.
We're going to get a lot more Destro in there, volume 2.
Okay. Well, hopefully some more Duke, too.
Oh, yeah. Blonde
Yeah.
Biscuit,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, the Baroness and Destro, yeah, bigger,
Nice.
a lot bigger stuff.
I'm pleased about that.
Yes.
Yep. My favorite biscuit.
What's your favorite color? Blonde.
Yeah. Exactly.
You mean yellow? No, blonde.
Blonde. You heard me the first time.
All right, kids. Thank you for joining us. Again, Transformers next month, Volume 2. Yeah, we always have a good time with that book.
Yeah, definitely. I'm excited for that.
Maybe we'll get our air guitars back for that one.
Yeah, hopefully.
Again, I asked him for a drop. He should pre-record his air guitar. Come on, Russell. All right, kids. I hope we laid some knowledge on you this time. Because remember, knowing is half the battle.
Half the battle.
Good night.